Hi, today I want to share with you how to formatting a column chart from here to here, right? Now, to create a column chart like this, right, is relatively easy, right? It just come to the visualizations, create a custom column chart, and then just bring that total sales, right, which is the DAX, right, and this is right here, and then followed by the category. So then there's a category right here, right? So right there. So this is about it right now. If you want to put data labels right on top, right, you can select it. While selecting this column chart, right, go to this format your visual, and then click on the data label. So you have the data labels, and as for this value here, right, what you can do is that this is called the y-axis, right? So you click on the y-axis and then just turn off this value right there. Now that's the title, right? If you don't need that, you can just drag it down as well. Just turn it off, right? So it's just that simple, right? Go to the format visual. Now, um, how do we highlight the highest value, right, into a different color, and then color bar, and then the lowest, right? And this is what we want to explore, right? So now I'm just delete this one right here. So meaning is that we're going to do something like this, right? So yeah, we can just use back the earlier one, right? So now I have this here already, right? So how do we change that? Now first go to the format your visual, right? So anything to do with the color, right? Go to the format your visual, and then go to the column, right? Because this is all about columns, right? So click on the columns. So something to do with columns, and then the color here right now is changing it to other color, right? So you can see that I can change the color to here, but that's not what I want, right? So let's go over to the condition format to format according to different conditions. So let's click on that. Now to do that, we're gonna change the format style to rules, and then here it's gonna base on the total sales, right? In this here, right? There's a total sales. So now the rules is that when it is uh, less than, no, when it is all right. Now that's why we're gonna use this, right? More than or equal to zero, right? So let's go back here. More than or equal to zero, right? Just go back here. Okay. More than or equal to 0%, right? And less than, change it to percent, right? Hundreds. Now this is where that is anything between, right? But it's not maximums or not minimum, right? So we want to change it to a gray color, right? So it can be any color. Next, this completed to find the one that is right in the middle, right? So and then click on new rules again one more time and look at now this time we're going to use the equal equal 100%. Equal 100%, right? It's gonna change it to a blue, right? Maybe just somewhere here, right? Yeah, and then we go to new rules. This time we're going to look at anything that is equals to 0%, right? 0%. You change it to this. What color is that, right? Okay, just use the red, right? So yeah, you can change other color if you want, right? You can just click on the more color, right? So to find out, see that you can always use another. Okay, let me just use more color, right? Okay, okay, that's it, right? So once again, right, this is the rules for anything that is more than or equal to 0%, right? And more than or equal to 0%, but less than would be more than or equal to 0%, right? But less than or equals to 100% is this, right? Then if it's equal 100%, then it will be this. Ah, this should be more than equal. This should be less than equal. Less than. So equal 100% would be this. Equal would be this. Let's try that. Okay. Okay, that's it, right? You can see that here, right? We got it right there, right? Now we can change it here. Now you can see that here. Yep, right there. Okay, that's one way to format the condition bar, right? So the condition format condition the column chart bar, right? So there is still another way, which is to create a DAX for that bar color, right? Which I illustrate in this document as well, right? So um, so this is the DAX, right? So it has the max, right? So here we use the all selected, and then we give it a variable, right? You can see that here, and then we declare two variables, right, to install these two values, right, the max and the mean, right? So basically work on this here, right? So the all selected on the products, okay? So because total sales is hide inside the products table, oh, it should be the sales table, right? Okay. But let's just see here, right? Oh yeah, supposed to be sales table. Okay, because the product won't have the total sales. All right. So in other words, we'll just go here, right? It's right there here, right? So let me change it. Let's see if I can change it to the sales, right? Where it works better. Hmm. Okay. And then this is supposed to be in sales table. Well, it works, right? So no, it doesn't work that way. It has to be all selected to. Oh, all selected for products. Hmm. It has to be all selected to products. Yeah. So that's the barcode, right? Bar colors, right? And then you just a max, right? So not much, right? So you just well, we can just create a max, right? To find out what is this really about, right? So we can just go to quick a new measure, right? This is what I try to do, right? Max sales, right? What's the max sales, right? So then I have a max sales, right? And then just take a look at what is the max sales about, right? So just drag a card and then drag a max sales, right? And you're gonna have the 3,000, right? So 3,000 is the max sales right there. You see that here. Now if I change it to here, right? This will change. You see, this value will change to the max sales from this because of the we did a slicer right there, right? And then we have here, right? So yeah. Okay, so same goes to the minimum sales, right? Right there, right? So then the bar colors really just capture that here, right? So what if I say that if I change it to say the max sales, right? I change it to sales, right? What will happen? Right? Let's see. 2,000. Oh, the max will become 2,000. But why? Why the max sales? The total sales also like that of sales, right? It become 2,000. Why is that so? Where is the value come from? The max is 2,000. Is this mountain bike? But why? It doesn't make. It don't make sense much, right? So I just change it back to my product first, right? Products. So the products, the total sales right here is really just some sales, right, in the sales table, in the sales amount column, right? And sales amount column, right? Okay, let's just take a look at the sales table, right? So ah, there you go, right? Because that if we do a max, right, this is the max, right? So yeah, correct. But if you look at the product, that'll be different. I know why already. Because if you look at the products, right, you are actually getting all those product ID from the same category. So we are actually categorized by the category, right? So we are taking those value here that is the same for us in the same category and combine them together, right? So that's why it's 3,000, not 2,000. If you change it, if I change this to say sales, right, then it's a different story, right? It's 2,000 because, right, we are just looking at the sales table, right? We are looking at the sales table here, and then see which one, and then look at the sales amount column, right? And look at the max, right? So if you use the other one, will be different, right? So the other will be products, okay, products. So we will have to go and combine them together. That's why we get this value of max, right? Okay, great. So now let's go back to the bar column, right? So now we are clear with that here, and then we have the mean, right? So now we go to the switch, right? So well, we're going to create a return, a switch using a switch, right? So it's just an if, right? If the bar columns has the value of max, right? It's a max value is equal to the total value, right? And then we just give that a color blue, and then if it's not, then it will be red, right? So yeah, that's it, right? And then otherwise will be gray. Okay, so that's it, right? So basically we just created a bar column, a bar color here. But how do we apply it to this column bar, right? Is that first we could create column bar and then just put a product name and the total sales, right? Product sales, and then yeah. So now um, we go to the anything again, right? Anything to do with the color formatting, we go to the format, your visual, and click on the column. And same goes to here, right? We're going to use there's a button for the condition, right? So but now we just okay, let's just you see that I just deleted it right now. Just click on these condition format, and this time we're going to use the rules. We're going to use the field value, and right here we're going to use the all data, right? It's going to have a more bar color. It's just that, right? So what it says is that, right? So the the color for all this column, right, is going to be controlled by these DAX here, right? This field, right? So this is the DAX, right? So it has the logic that if it's a max, then it's going to blue, and if the mean, it's going to be red, and otherwise it's on gray. So that's it. You see? That's it. And that is how we use the two method, right? One is using the bar color, color. The other is to simply goes to the column chart and then go to format and look at this here, and then change using the rules feature, right? And then change accordingly. Right? One is that to be anything more than 0%, and then it's less than 100%, right? Then you can change it to other color. So you can watch that again, right? So there are three rules together, right? So and that's it. Right, this is the guide here, right? We just done it already. Okay, and there's another one, right? You can try it out, right? This is how to highlight the top three value instead of just one value, right? I want to highlight the top three value. So you can see that here, this is the top three value. Can we just do that, right? Can we change that, right? So yeah, there is, right? So, but how do you change that accordingly, right? All great. So the first one is to create a measure, right? A measure for the bar color, right? So again create new modeling, right? So well, we're going to use the rank table, add a columns. Um, Seems like the same, right? Add a column, right? Or and then here rank with index, right? So here, so then you have the rank table, right? So basically create a new column, and then here there's a descendants, right? So rank X, and then so then you have a my rank, and then a max, um, and then finally you have this here switch, right? So here is a bit more complicated, right? But you can always find a way to understand this here, right? So add a column rank. So yep, rank, pretty cool, right? Add a column, right? Yeah, just you just try this out and then apply the same thing, right? As long as you have these stacks, right, then you can do that. Thank you. Thanks for watching.